That's enough, Lydia. She wanted to make faces at you guys before we start. We are outside. She is over there climbing some of our trees in the front yard that are more easily climbed. She's having a good time. She said she wanted to stop and say hello. And by hello, she meant show you the inside of her mouth. So, here we are in Proverbs, of course, again, to talk about the horrible result of broken friendships. And I think this is an important thing for us to discuss. It's in Proverbs 18, verse 19. And it's very important because if you are developing a close friendship, the kind of friendship we've been discussing in the book of Proverbs, then you're going to be developing a close friendship. And when that type of friendship goes south, when it explodes or implodes or whatever happens to that relationship, it can cause a devastating result. We're going to talk a lot about dealing with conflict, and we've talked a little bit about these sorts of things. Dealing with conflict, we want to give you the warning right now so that you'll deal with the conflict wisely when it comes, because the fact is, friends fight. People fight, and it tends to be when people are closer with one another, they fight more, not less. And so you have these fights are going to happen within this friendship group, and you need to know how to deal with it. So cultivate those good friendships that are beneficial to your life, and we need to be careful to treat them well, to deal with the conflicts that occur well, so that we can keep those friendships and keep those friendships long-lasting and keep them fruitful. So conflicts are going to arise, and you know this. Conflict arises amongst people. So in a lot of ways, this is more visible when you're a teenager, just because if you think about the structure of a school, within a school, maybe there's more time together. And so it is more visible as a teenager, but this is something you're going to be dealing with your whole life. You always need to know how to deal with conflict. So take this video as a warning. We're going to be in Proverbs 18, verse 19. I'm going to pray, and then we're going to get started. God, I want to thank you for allowing us to come and to study your word together and to look at this warning in Proverbs 18:19 of what happens when a friendship, a close friendship, goes bad. And help us to be people who deal with conflict well so this does not happen. It's in Christ's name that I pray. Amen. Proverbs 18, verse 19. In it we read, "A brother offended is more unyielding than a strong city, and quarreling is like the bars of a castle." Let me read that again because it is important. We're reading it out of the English Standard Version. A brother offended. That is that person who is incredibly close to you. A brother offended is more unyielding than a strong city. They're not going to go down easily, and not only are they not going to go down easily, they're going to come after you, and it's going to be unyielding. It's going to be the kind of fight that is very, very harmful to your health. A brother offended is more unyielding than a strong city, and quarreling, that's fighting, is like the bars of a castle, and the bars of a castle are not easily destroyed. So the bars of the city are not easily overcome, and that is what he is saying about the brother, the close friend, the person who is intimately close with you when that fight occurs. The close friend that is offended doesn't just separate from us, they become a strong opposition to us. The close friendship that was once a tremendous blessing then becomes a source of great pain and great heartache. And so the warning is that we need to be people who love and care and cherish those friendships and deal with those conflicts when they arise in the right manner. I'm going to read something from Dan Phillips again. I think he did a good job in his book, God's Wisdom in Proverbs, discussing one aspect. He said, underlying this thought, I believe, is God's understanding that an intimate friendship creates vulnerability. It allows one's intimate friend an opportunity to do the kind of damage as none other can. When the vulnerability has been exploited so as to cause real damage, the injury is not easily undone. And this works in both directions. When we inflict that kind of damage upon someone else, or they inflict it upon us, it causes the kind of problem that we read here in Proverbs 18:19. This is a tremendous warning to be careful and to treat your friends as you ought. It's worth the effort to have good friends around us. It's worth the effort to try and keep them. And if you do not work to keep your friends, these very people may very well become your worst enemy.